The last question we talked about was the one about the single quotes versus the backquotes. And the question with the backquotes was the one you can see now on the screen. And it referred to the substitution mechanism, namely the command substitution. The command which is placed between the backquote, it is executed, it is evaluated, and the entire structure placed between the backquotes, it is replaced by the output of the command. And along the years, I find it very difficult to make students to remember this substitution mechanism. And the reason is because when they receive laboratory assignments, they used to go on Google, which would redirect them on Stack Overflow or some other place where they can find solutions. And there they won't find such structure because this is more an archaic structure. Nowadays, students go directly to ChatGPT and they say, I got this assignment, please solve the problem. But it is really important to understand what is going on here. So, as I said, the last quiz statement generated the requirement for a larger discussion, and we will discuss today what students actually find with the assignment they got. What students find is this form with dollar and round brackets that you can see now on the screen with the new requirement that I added to the quiz dataset. And the reason for those two formats, which are similar as effect, is stated in the Bash Cookbook on page 54 and says, the earlier shell syntax was to use backquotes instead of dollar and round brackets for enclosing the subcommand. The dollar and round bracket syntax is preferred over the older backquote syntax because it is easier to nest and arguably easier to read. However, you may see backquotes more often than dollar round brackets, especially in older scripts or from those who grew up with the original Bourne or C shells. So first of all, it is important to know that those two are similar, and it is important to know that backquotes exist, that form exists, and to know what that is about. And secondly, we will take some example to understand exactly what they mean when they say that the newer former nests or is easier to read. To demonstrate that the two formats have the same outcome, you can see here the bash that we used for the last video with the backquotes, and we modified with the new format as well. And as you can see on the screen, both they multiply the two parameters that are given in the command line. So they do have the same outcome. The next example is about the way those form nest. For instance, the pwd command, which stands for print working directory, outputs the path to the current directory, to the current working directory. If we take that command with the new form with the dollar and round brackets, we execute echo and dirname, which will take from the path that it is given only the directory, meaning everything but the last part, and we apply it on the output of the pwd command, we will get everything but the last part. And we can go further on with basename, which will take only the last part from that. So we have echo one command, and then we have basename another command. So we are echoing what that basename will output, but that basename will take whatever dirname will output, which in turn the dirname will output what pwd will output. So in the end we'll get the word info. Now you can see on the screen also the example with the backquotes. and you can decide between the two, whichever is more easy to use and more readable. But now you know, hopefully, what do they mean, the back quotes as well. So hope that helped. Bye.